Frankfurt was a total scorcher. Casper Stornes took the crown, but the real winner was whoever didn't melt into a puddle of electrolytes on the marathon course.
Collecting titles now.
Yeah, it starts to be a good collection, so yeah, I'm happy.
You said you had quite respect for the race.
Must be nice to be Stornes and not feel the heat. Meanwhile, Gustav Iden was basically channeling our collective mood. Just pure, unadulterated relief that the suffering was finally over. Let's talk tech. Can an algorithm actually replace your coach? We caught up with Alex Wormuth, who's building an AI that might just be smarter than your average training plan, or at least less likely to yell at you for skipping a session. The internet is split on this. One comment on the tech breakdown said, and I quote, "AI can tell me my CTL, but can it tell me why I'm crying on the trainer in January? Fair point, buddy. Fair point." Now let's pivot from the lab to the gram. We've all seen the perfect day in San Francisco vlogs, sun-drenched, aesthetic, and zero sign of a mid-ride bonk. It's great content, but let's be real. Your race day is usually a bit more gritty. Speaking of grit, have you seen the Ruidoso 70.3 news? It's the new mountain course everyone is obsessed with. If you thought your local flat course was tough, wait until you're tackling mountain elevation. It's already sold out, by the way. Talk about FOMO. Everyone wants to say they conquered the mountain, even if they have to crawl to the finish line to do it. And hey, it's not just the pros in the spotlight. Whether it's the Duck Creek Triathlon or the Waco City Race, the spirit is the same. It's about that every man and every woman hero story.
Waco Triathlon. After days of preparation, racers took on a challenging swim, bike, and run through the city. Event organizers credited dozens of volunteers for helping make race day possible while cheering on competitors from start to finish. The event.
Finally, the age groupers dilemma. Lily Kramer made a bold call, new aero bike or a trip to the World Championship start line. She chose the bike. We get it, the heart wants the shiny carbon, but Hawaii is forever. Wrapping up with the classic science versus bro science showdown. Heat training, is it a genius hack or just a refined way to torture yourself before you even reach the race start? Frankfurt was a total scorcher. Casper Stornes took the crown, but the real headline? The heat. Stornes somehow pulled off a didn't feel it flex, which honestly sounds like a glitch in the simulation.
Collecting titles now.
Yeah, it starts to be a good collection, so yeah, I'm happy.
You said you had quite respect for the race.
Then you have Gustav Iden, giving us the raw, unfiltered reality. No fluff, just, I was happy it was over. It's the kind of honesty that reminds us even the world's best are human.
I managed to find the joy out there anyway, especially after the swim went pretty well for my sake. So I was able to just be with the first pack. And
moving from the propane cave to the lab, we're looking at the future of training. Alex Wormuth is building an AI coach that's turning heads. Is the human coach becoming a relic? Don't at me, but the math might be winning. The irony is, while the tech gets smarter, our Instagram feeds are getting aestheticer. We're trading deep, data-driven misery for the perfect day in San Francisco vlog vibe. It's a reminder, most of us aren't chasing the podium, we're chasing the vibe. And speaking of chasing, the Ruidoso 70.3 is the new mountain playground everyone is FOMOing over. If you thought your local flat course was suffering, wait until you hit Ruidoso's elevation. It's already sold out, which basically confirms that triathletes have a sick addiction to suffering at high altitudes. This brings us to the big debate. Can anyone finish an Ironman? Whether it's a community race in Waco or a major event, the finish line energy is the great equalizer.
Empowered, and athletes say it's as much about community as competition. The race features a 750-meter swim in a Duck Creek quarry, a 15-point.
And for our gear junkies, check out Lily Kramer. She chose a shiny new aero bike over a Kona slot. The age-old struggle. Do you want the prestige or the bragging rights of a bike that costs more than a used sedan? Finally, we end on the science versus bro science showdown. Is heat training actually a performance hack or just a sophisticated way to make ourselves miserable? The data might surprise you. Frankfurt was a total scorcher. Casper Stornes took the crown, But the real winner was the AC unit he probably hugged immediately after. Stornes was out here claiming he didn't even feel the heat, which is either a superhuman flex or he's completely delirious from oxygen deprivation.
Collecting titles now.
Yeah, it starts to be a good collection, so yeah, I'm happy.
You said you had quite respect for the race.
Then you have Gustav Iden, keeping it 100 with the rest of us. No ego, just raw honesty. He was happy it was over. Honestly, watching him, I felt that in my soul. If you aren't questioning your life choices at mile 18 of the marathon, are you even racing?
The end of second lap on the run, I was glad it was over.
Yeah, you managed to go to second place, and it looked like, yeah, that.
Now, let's pivot from the pro misery to the software lab. We've been talking about Alex Wermuth and his AI triathlon coach. Look, I get the skepticism. Can an algorithm really replace the guy who yells at you for skipping your threshold intervals?
Much way, but thank you so much for being here. Thank you for connecting and listening to the podcast. If you like it, if you could like, comment, subscribe, leave a review on the show on any of the platforms you may be listening. That really does help to continue to grow the pod. Check out the show notes for any of the stuff that...
Don't at me, but AI doesn't have a bad day or a hangover. It doesn't care if you're tired. It just looks at the data and says, get on the bike. Is human coaching dead? Maybe not, but your I feel tired excuse is definitely about to become obsolete. But the real talk is the heat management, or lack thereof. Casper claims he didn't feel it, but Gustav Iden's post-race interview tells a different, much grittier story of just trying to survive the furnace.
Into a very, very hard fight out there.
Dankeschön, it was a good day. Yesterday I was a bit disappointed with the decision to shorten, and
That's the pro reality, but let's shift from the pavement to the processor. Is your coach actually an algorithm? We caught up with Alex Wermuth, who is building an AI coach that's aiming to disrupt the entire training model. Some say AI lacks the soul of a human coach, but honestly, if it keeps my zones accurate without me having to text a human every time I miss a workout, I'm all in. Don't at me on this one, the data doesn't lie. Now, let's contrast that high-tech grind with the influencer aesthetic. You've all seen them. The perfect day in San Francisco vlogs. Beautiful lighting, perfect transition shots, and not a single drop of sweat that wasn't perfectly placed for the camera. It's easy to get lost in the vibe check, but for most of us, triathlon isn't about the cinematic B-roll. It's about the hours in the dark. Still, if you're going to suffer, you might as well look good doing it right. Frankfurt was a total scorcher. Casper Stornes took the crown, but the real winner was whoever didn't melt on the run course. It's the I didn't feel the heat, flex versus Gustav Iden's brutal, I just wanted it to be over reality.
Dankeschön, it was a good day. Yesterday I was a bit disappointed with the decision to shorten, and
Moving from the heat exhaustion lab to the software lab. Everyone's obsessed with the latest AI hype, but is your human coach actually sweating their job security? Alex Wermuth is betting that code might just know your FTP better than your local run club legend. Don't at me, but we've all seen the perfect day in San Francisco vlogs. They make training look like a high-end spa day. Just remember, your local race isn't a cinematic montage. It's mostly just salt crust and questioning your life choices. Speaking of questioning your life choices, let's talk Ruidoso. The new 70.3 mountain course just dropped, and it's already sold out. Classic triathlon FOMO. For all you flat course specialists who think your local airport runway ride was challenging, Ruidoso is coming for your pride. This is a real mountain village climb. Get your climbing gears ready, because the mountain doesn't care about your aero gains. At the community level, it's not about the podium or the elevation, it's about the spirit. From Waco to Howard, we're seeing that everyman hero story played out in real time. Whether it's your first sprint or your 50th IM, the vibe remains the same.
Waco today for the annual electrolyte Tri-Waco Triathlon. After days of preparation, racers took on a challenging swim, bike, and run through the city.
And for the gear heads out there, consider the Lily Kramer dilemma. She snagged the age group European Championship, but chose a shiny new aero machine over the Hawaii start line. Is the bike the real trophy? Some say yes. The local forums are absolutely split on this one. Finally, let's settle the bro science versus lab science war, heat versus altitude. We tested the torture methods to see which actually makes you faster. Spoiler alert, they both hurt, but only one might be a legitimate performance hack. Frankfurt was a total scorcher. Casper Stornes took the crown, but the real winner was the finish line, which couldn't come fast enough for the field.
I'm happy.
You said you had quite respect for the race and for the heat and something. How was it out there?
Stornes with the "I didn't feel the heat" flex. Meanwhile, Gustav Iden was out there giving us the brutal, relatable truth. We've all had that "please let it end" moment on the run. Now let's talk tech. Can AI replace your coach? Alex Werma thinks so. He's building an AI triathlon coach that actually understands the grind. Don't at me, but the spreadsheet era might be ending. Contrast that lab coat perfection with the perfect day in San Francisco vlog aesthetic. We love a high-tech training plan, but sometimes it's just about the vibe and the coffee ride, right? Speaking of vibes, if you think your local flat course is tough, Ruidoso is about to humble you. The new 70.3 mountain course is already sold out. Classic triathlon FOMO, but hey, at least you get a view while your lungs explode. The community spirit is really what keeps this sport alive. Whether it's the cheers at the Duck Creek Triathlon or the local hero stories in Waco, these races prove the everyman mindset is still the heart of the game.
Race day possible while cheering on competitors from start to finish. The event attracted athletes of all skill levels for a day of fitness, competition, and community sport.
And the ultimate question, can anyone finish an Ironman? The answer is usually yes, provided you have enough mental grit and a very supportive family who doesn't mind you disappearing for 20 hours a week. Then we have the gear obsession. Lily Kramer, the age group European champ, chose a new dream bike over a trip to Hawaii. We've all been there. Do you take the glory, or do you take the bike that makes you look 2 mph faster at the coffee shop? Wrapping it up with the classic science versus bro science battle. Is heat training actually a performance hack, or are we just paying for the privilege of suffering in a sauna? The data might surprise you. And honestly, the comments on that video were golden. User TryHard88 said, "I tried heat training and just ended up passing out in my laundry room." We feel you, man. Sometimes the best training is just knowing when to stop. Stornes might have claimed he didn't feel the heat, but Gustav Iden's post-race interview was the reality check we all needed. He was brutally honest, just happy to cross that finish line.
I managed to find the joy out there anyway, especially after the swim went pretty well for my sake. So I was able to just be with the first pack. And
moving from the propane cave to the lab, we've got software engineer Alex Werma. He's building an AI coach that's actually trying to account for the weird, complex variables of human performance. But let's be real, is a prompt-engineered training plan going to deal with the soul-crushing realization that you haven't done enough brick sessions? Probably not. Don't at me, but coaching is evolving, not dying. Contrast that tech-heavy grind with the aesthetic vlogs of a perfect day in San Francisco. It's a necessary reminder that while we obsess over data, for most, it's about the vibe and the journey. Speaking of journeys, if you thought your local flat course was tough, Ruidoso is officially putting North American athletes on notice. A true mountain Ironman, and it's already sold out. The FOMO is real here. With over 1,200 participants, Ruidoso is proof that people aren't looking for easy. They're looking for that unique mountain valley, suffering that used to only exist in Europe. Whether it's the Duck Creek Triathlon or the city race in Waco, the everyman spirit is what keeps this sport alive. It's not always about the podium. It's about the local crowd cheering you on through that final mile.
Waco Triathlon. After days of preparation, racers took on a challenging swim, bike, and run through the city. Event organizers credited dozens of volunteers for helping make this.
Now let's talk about the ultimate triathlete dilemma. Lily Kramer, age group European champ, made a choice. A brand new aero bike or the trip to Hawaii. She chose the bike. Is the shiny new gear actually better than the prestige of a world championship start line? In the comments, half of you are calling her a genius for the investment, and the other half are losing their minds over passing up Kona. What would you do? Finally, we end the debate. Heat training versus altitude. Does the misery of the sauna actually work, or is it just bro science designed to make you suffer more? Frankfurt was a total scorcher. Casper Stornes took the crown, but the real story was the heat. While Stornes gave the "I didn't feel the heat" flex, Gustav Iden kept it real, admitting he was just counting down the seconds until it was over. X, is your training actually garbage? That's the question Alex Wormuth is tackling. He's building an AI triathlon coach that actually adapts to your data. No more cookie-cutter plans that don't account for your "I had 3 beers and no sleep" recovery state. Some people in the comments are losing their minds over it, saying human intuition is irreplaceable, while others are just asking if the AI can tell them when to stop whining and start pedaling. Don't at me, but the future of coaching is looking less human and more algorithm. Then we have the influencer perfect day content, San Francisco vibes, golden hour perfect pacing. It's great, but let's be honest. For most of us, triathlon is about the grit, not the grid. It's the "I can't feel my legs" reality, not the "I just finished a casual 50K vibe. Speaking of grit, the new Ruidoso 70.3 in New Mexico is the mountain race everyone wants to get into, but it's already sold out. If you thought your local flat course was tough, Ruidoso is here to humble you with altitude and constant elevation gain. It's the first real mountain village race in North America. Forget drafting on the flats. This is about climbing mountains and questioning your life choices. The hype is real, and the FOMO is even higher. At the grassroots level, it's the same spirit. Whether you're in Howard, Waco, or tackling a local community race, the finish line feels the same. That everyman hero moment is what keeps the sport alive, regardless of your split times. X. Then there's the ultimate trade-off, age group champ Lily Kramer. She traded her Hawaii World Championship trip for a shiny new aero bike. The eternal debate, do you chase the prestige of the finish line or the watts on the bike? I mean, a faster bike asterisk does look better in the garage. Finally, let's talk heat training. Is it a science-backed hack or just a way to suffer more? We've all seen the test results. It's definitely not comfortable, but compared to altitude training, it's the cheaper, albeit sweatier, way to push your VO2 max. If you're cranking the heat up, remember, internal temps can hit 1,000 degrees, metaphorically speaking, of course. It's about acclimation, not just masochism. But let's be real, at some point, it's just, why do we do this to ourselves?